Hi friends, welcome back to Sea Level Physics. This is Srinivas, known to be BS Rao. In this video, we are going to deal with resolution of vector. What is meant by resolution of vector? Resolution of vector in the sense, splitting a vector into its components. Suppose vector lies in a plane, then it can be split up into two components, which are mutually perpendicular to each other. The same vector lies in three-dimensional space, then that vector can be split up into three mutually perpendicular components. Okay, now let us see by taking one example. See, this is xy axis, both meeting at fixed origin O. Okay, I am taking x-axis as the reference. Okay, x-axis as the reference. Now I am taking one vector like that. This is the given vector. This is what r bar. Now what is the angle made by r bar with reference x-axis means let it be alpha. Alpha is the angle made by given vector with x-axis. Okay. Now this is the tip of the vector. This is the tail of the vector. Okay. Now I am taking two normals from the tip of the vector. One is on to x-axis, another one is on to y-axis. Initially I am taking normal from the tip of the vector onto x-axis. Okay. Now this measurement is known as length of this r bar along x-axis. Otherwise projection of r bar along x-axis. Otherwise magnitude of r bar along x-axis. Otherwise scalar component of r bar along x-axis. So these many names are there for this measurement. Okay. Similarly, if I take one more normal onto y-axis like that. Okay. This is what another normal drawn from the tip of the vector onto y-axis. Now this measurement also known as length of r bar along y-axis. Otherwise magnitude of r bar along y-axis. Otherwise projection of r bar along y-axis. Otherwise scalar component of r bar along y-axis. Okay. Also known as this measurement also known as horizontal component or parallel component with respect to reference axis. This measurement is known as perpendicular component or vertical component of given vector with respect to reference axis. Okay. Now usually this can be represented by Rx. This can be represented by Ry. Now what is Rx means? Rx means mode of r bar along x-axis. Now Ry means mode of r bar along y-axis. Okay. Now these are known as, what are the common names? Projection, otherwise magnitude, otherwise scalar component, in respect to sides. Projection, magnitude or scalar component in respect to sides. In respect to directions, otherwise respect to directions. What are the directions? One is x-axis, another one is y-axis. So Rx, projection of r bar or magnitude of r bar or scalar component of r bar or horizontal component, otherwise x component of r bar. Similarly, Ry means projection or magnitude or scalar component or y component along y-axis. Okay. Now r bar can be written as r bar equal to. Now what is the magnitude of r bar along x means Rx. Now what is the unit vector along x-axis? That is I cap. What is the unit vector along y-axis? That is j cap. Now as I told you, any vector can be expressed as product of magnitude and direction. Means magnitude multiplied by direction. Direction in the sense unit vector in that direction. So what is the magnitude of r bar along x-axis? Rx. So Rx into I cap plus here what is the magnitude of R bar along y axis? Ry. So Ry into j cap. So R bar equal to Rx into I cap plus Ry into j cap. Ry into j cap. Okay. Now coming to Rx. See, this is what right angle triangle. In the triangle, Rx means adjacent side. Adjacent side. Here hypotenuse. What is hypotenuse? Mod R bar. It's not R bar. If you take measurement, mod R bar, that is R. So here it is Rx. Here it is R. So if I take cos alpha, the triangle, what is the triangle? Suppose O, here it is A, here it is B, here it is C. So OA equal Rx, OB equal Ry, OC equal mod R bar, that is R. So OA equal to Rx, okay, OB equal to Ry, OB equal to Ry, and OC equal to mod R bar. OC bar, of course, OC bar equal R bar, but OC equal mod R bar, that is R. That is R. Okay. Now, if you want to get Rx, that is adjacent side, you must consider cos alpha in the triangle. From triangle, right angle triangle OAC. From triangle, right angle triangle OAC. Cos alpha equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. What is adjacent side? Rx. Hypotenuse mod R bar, that is R. So Rx by R. Now Rx equal to R cos alpha. Okay, Rx equal to R cos alpha. Right. Now coming to sin alpha in the same triangle. What is sin alpha? Opposite side by hypotenuse. What is opposite side here? This is opposite side. Now this measurement also equal to this measurement. So this one also can be taken as Ry. If it is Rx, this one also Rx. Why? Because these two parallel sides, these two also parallel sides of same measurement. So it is Rx, here also Rx, it is Ry, here also Ry. Now coming to sin alpha from the same triangle, that is sin alpha equal to opposite side by hypotenuse, that is Ry by R. Now Ry, make it subject Ry equal to R sin alpha. Ry equal to R sin alpha. Now this is what expression number 1. This is expression number 2. This is expression number 3. Okay. Now what is Rx? Projection of R bar along x-axis, also known as x component of R bar. X component of R bar. This is what y component of R bar. Now substitute 2 and 3 in 1. So from 1, 2 and 3. 1 implies, what is that one? R bar equal to Rx into I cap plus Ry into j cap. Rx into I cap plus Ry into j cap. That is Rx into I cap plus Ry into j cap. That is R bar equal to, what is Rx here? R cos alpha. R cos alpha into I cap plus, what is Ry? R sin alpha. R sin alpha into j cap. R cos alpha into I cap plus R sin alpha into j cap. Okay. Now, what is modulus of R bar? Mod R bar equal to R, that equal to square root of x component square plus y component square, that is Rx square plus Ry square. Rx square plus Ry square. Okay. Now, what is the angle made by R bar with x-axis alpha? Okay. Now, what is tan alpha from this right angle triangle means? From right angle triangle OAC, tan alpha equal to opposite side by adjacent side, that is ry by rx. Ry by rx. Now alpha equal to tan inverse of ry by rx. This is what angle made by given vector r bar with x-axis. That is what alpha. Okay, alpha. Now same vector, if same vector making some angle beta with y-axis. Now how to find? How to find? Suppose if same vector, if r bar makes angle beta with y-axis, beta with y-axis. Now this is what xy plane, x, y, this is what r bar, this is what r bar. Now projections onto x and y axis like that. So O, this is what A, this is what B, this is what C. Now what is angle made by r by y axis means that is beta. This time angle made by r bar with y axis, that is beta. Now this what this side, this projection ry, this projection rx, rx. This is rx, this one also rx, this side. Now this is ry means this one also ry. Now what is r bar? R bar means usually rx into I cap plus ry into j cap. Same vector. Nothing is changed. Nothing is changed here. Same vector. What makes the difference here? This time angle is taken with y-axis, not with x-axis. Okay. No change in magnitude, no change in direction, but the same vector makes some other angle beta with y-axis. That's all. Now components also same only, rx, ry. Okay. Now what about r? Mod r bar, that is r equal to root over rx square plus ry square. As usual. No change in the magnitude also, no change in vector also. Okay. Now simply angle only changes. That is tan beta equal to, take tan beta equal to opposite side by adjacent. Now what is opposite here? Rx. Rx by ry. Rx by ry. Now beta equal tan inverse Rx by ry. Okay. In previous case, if angle is taken with x-axis, then tan alpha equal to y coordinate by x coordinate, that is ry by rx. If angle is taken with y-axis, then tan beta equal to opposite side by adjacent, that is rx by ry. Okay. If angle is taken with x-axis, then tan alpha equal to y coordinate by x coordinate. If angle is taken with y-axis, then tan beta equal to x coordinate by y coordinate. Okay. Now coming to numerical. What is numerical? Suppose r bar equal to 2a plus 3j. 2a plus 3j. Right? Like that. This is what r bar. Now this is what x-axis. This is what y-axis. Now take normal from the tip of the vector onto x-axis. This measurement rx. What is rx? X component 2. This measurement ry. Okay. Now if I take normal from the tip of the vector onto y-axis, this is rx, this one also rx, this is ry, then this one also ry. Now this measurement ry, what is ry? Y coordinate 3. Y coordinate 3. Now find angle made by r bar with x and y axis. X and y axis. X and y axis. Now, what is the angle made by r bar with x? That is alpha. With y, that is beta. Okay. Now, angle made by r bar with x means tan alpha. Tan alpha equal to y coordinate by x coordinate. What is y coordinate? Ry by rx. Ry means 3. Rx means 2. 3 by 2. 3 by 2. That is alpha equal to tan inverse 3 by 2. Coming to angle made by r bar with y axis, that is tan beta. Tan beta equal to, see this triangle, tan beta opposite side by adjacent. What is opposite? This is the opposite. Why? Because these two sides are same. So opposite means 2. That is rx by ry, that is 2 by 3. 2 by 3. So beta equal to tan inverse 2 by 3. Beta equal tan inverse 2 by 3. Okay. Next numerical. Next numerical. Suppose a body is projected with velocity u equal to 30 meters per second with reference to x-axis. Okay, this is what x-axis. Now, what is the angle made by velocity with x means, say this is theta, that equal to 30 degrees. Now, this is what y-axis. See, in this example, a body is projected with a velocity 30 meters per second, such that making an angle 30 degrees with the x-axis. Now, what is the question here means? Express velocity in vector notation. Vector notation. Express given velocity in vector notation. What is the vector notation? Means, say this what given vector, actually given vector. Now from this tip of the vector, take two normals. One is onto x-axis, another one is onto y-axis. This is what ux, x component of given velocity along x-axis. Now this is what y component of velocity, that is uy. Y component of velocity y. Ux, uy. Okay. Now what is ux? Ux means u cos theta. Ux means u cos theta. That is u cos theta. What is u cos theta? 30 into cos theta. Cos 30 means root 3 by 2. That is 15 root 3 meters per second in SI. Okay. Now what about uy? Uy means uy, this component, otherwise this component. That is u sin theta. U sin theta. U sin theta equal to, u means 30. Sin theta means sin 30. That is 1 by 2. That is 15 meters per second. 15 meters per second. Now in vector notation, u bar can be written as ux into I cap plus uy into j. R bar can be written as Rx into I cap plus Ry into j cap. Similarly, U bar can be written as Ux into I cap plus Uy into j cap. What is Ux? Ux means U cos theta. Here, what is Rx? Rx means R cos theta, no? In previous case. Ry means R sin theta. Similarly here, Ux equal to U cos theta, Uy equal to U sin theta. Provided angle is taken with x-axis. Okay. That is, U bar can be written as u cos theta into I cap plus u sin theta into j cap. What is u cos theta? Calculated, no? That is 15 root 3 meters per second into I cap plus what is u sin theta? 15. into j cap. 15 root 3 into I cap plus 15 into j cap. Meter per second. Meter per second. So that is how one can express a given velocity in vector notation when that vector makes an angle with the reference axis like x-axis. Okay. Coming to one more numerical simple example. Next example. Here, one inclined plane is there. Inclined plane. Inclined plane of inclination theta. Okay, a vehicle is resting. Here, one vehicle is resting on this inclined plane. Now, this weight vertically acts downwards. Vertically acts downwards, W. Say that is 1000 Newton. Okay. One vehicle of weight 1000 Newton is resting on the inclined plane of inclination theta as shown in the diagram. Now, if I take inclined plane along x-axis and this is y-axis. This is x, this is y. If it is x, this is minus x. This is y, this is minus y. So, positive x, negative x. Positive y, negative y. Right? Now, what is the inclined plane here? That is along x-axis. Okay. Inclined plane is along x-axis. Now, we can resolve this weight into two components. Weight means weight also vector point. It can be split up into two components as far as planes are concerned here. What are the planes here? The xy. Here x-axis, here y-axis. Here negative y, negative x. Now, I am taking this as negative y-axis, okay, which is perpendicular to inclined plane. Now, I am taking one more axis, that is negative x-axis, parallel to inclined plane. So, along the inclined plane, negative x-axis, perpendicular to inclined plane, negative y-axis. See, as per this sign convention, this is negative y, this is negative x. This is positive x, this is positive y. Okay. Now, weight of the vehicle lying in between negative x and negative y axis. That is third quadrant. This is what third quadrant. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. So, weight of the vehicle is acting through this common point like that. This is what weight of the vehicle. Right? This is the common point O. Here also O. From this point, the center point O, weight of the vehicle is acting vertically downwards. Right? Now, if this is theta, whatever this angle, 90 degrees. Why? Because here, one right angle triangle is formed with theta as angle somewhere here at this corner. So, here it is theta, definitely this is 90. Now, whatever this angle, 90 minus theta. Why? Because all together form 180 degrees. That is theta, here it is 90, it is 90 minus theta. Okay. Now what about this rest of angle theta? Why? Because these two perpendicular to each other. So theta 90, 90 minus theta again theta. Now weight is acting, making an angle theta with the negative y-axis. Here weight is acting, weight means vector quantity. Weight of the vehicle also vector quantity. So, this vector quantity known as weight making some angle theta with negative y-axis. Now, this can be split up into two components. Okay, that is, this is what wy. Now, one more perpendicular component, that is x component. What is that x component? wx. So this is wy, this is wx, right? So this weight of the vehicle can be split up into two mutually perpendicular components. One component is parallel to the inclined plane. Another component is perpendicular to the inclined plane. This is what inclined plane. This component is right angles to the inclined plane. This component parallel to the inclined plane. Okay. Now, if I close this side, suppose this vector is shifted and joined somewhere here. Right? So these two one and the same, for example. These two vectors one and the same. So by shifting property of the parallel shifting property of the vector, one can shift this vector down and join somewhere here. Right? Now if this is Wx, this one also Wx. This one also Wx. Right? In this right angle triangle, sin theta equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. See, hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent. Sin theta equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. What is opposite side? Wx. So Wx by W. What is unknown here? Find Wx and Wy of vehicle. Find Wx and Wy of vehicle. Wx means weight of the vehicle parallel to the inclined plane. Wy means weight of the vehicle perpendicular to the inclined plane. Right? Now to get parallel component with respect to inclined plane, we must consider sin theta. Sin theta equal to Wx by W. Now what is theta? For example, 30 degrees here. 30 degrees. Now Wx equal to W sin theta. That is, W means 1000 Newton into sin theta, sin 30 means 1 by 2. That is 500 Newton. Coming to Wy, that is component of its weight perpendicular to inclined plane. This is what inclined, perpendicular to inclined plane means this one. To get this Wy, we must consider cos theta. Why? Because this is adjacent side of this angle. So in this right angle triangle, take cos theta, adjacent side by hypotenuse. So cos theta equal to adjacent side means Wy by hypotenuse means W. So Wy equal to W cos theta. That is, W means total weight, that is 1000 Newton into cos theta, cos 30. Theta means 30. Cos 30 means root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2, that is, what is the value, ultimate value? 1000 by 2. 500 root 3 newtons. If we express in vector notation, this W can be expressed in vector notation. How is this? Is what negative x-axis. What is the unit vector along negative x-axis? Minus I cap. What is the unit vector along negative y-axis? Minus j cap. So W bar can be, means the total weight of the vehicle can be expressed as Wx into minus I cap. Wx, this is what Wx. Unit vector along the direction means minus I cap. So Wx into minus I cap plus Wy into minus j cap. What is the unit vector along negative y-axis? Minus j cap. So plus Wy into minus j cap. That is Wx means, what is Wx? 500 into minus I cap. That is minus 500 I cap plus what is Wy? 500 root 3. 500 root 3 into minus j cap. So ultimately W bar is equal to total weight of the vehicle is equal to minus 500 I cap plus 500 root 3 plus or minus 500 root 3 j cap newtons. Okay. This is what resolution of vector in a plane. When vector lies in a plane, it can be split up into two mutually perpendicular components. What are the components? Rectangular components. Okay. Suppose if it lies in xy plane, it can be split up into two components. One is rx, here it is r bar, that is the reason why this is rx, this is ry. Means horizontal component with respect to x-axis. This is what vertical component. These two also known as projections. Projections, all scalar, otherwise scalar components, otherwise magnitudes in respect to directions. Not total magnitude. Total magnitude means mod r bar, but here rx only means magnitude of r bar along x-axis only. Here ry means magnitude of r bar along y-axis. Okay. So any vector can be split. Any non-zero vector can be split up into two mutually perpendicular components where it lies in any plane. Okay. Next, second case. First one is over, that is resolution of vector in 2D. Next, resolution of vector in 3D. 3D means if given vector lies in three-dimensionally, if given vector lies in three-dimensional space, then it finds three mutually perpendicular components. Three mutually perpendicular components. Let us see. Okay. This is what x-axis, this is what y-axis, this is what z-axis. Three mutually perpendicular axes, all together meeting at point O, right? Usually that is origin. Now, somewhere here, vector lies in space three-dimensionally like that. This is what given vector r bar. What is the angle made by r bar with x-axis means alpha, with y-axis means beta, with the z-axis means gamma. So angle made by r bar with x means alpha, with y means beta, with z means gamma. Alpha, beta, gamma. See, this is not lying in xy plane. That is three-dimensionally taken. Three-dimensional means it finds x component, y component, and z component. In previous case, it finds only two components, either xy or yz or zx. Why? Because that was lying in the xy plane in previous case. Okay. Now it lies three-dimensional like that. To visualize properly, I am taking normals from the tip of the vector. I am taking normal from this tip onto y-axis. This is what normal. Now I am taking one more normal from this tip onto zx plane. Right? This is what one more normal. I am taking until it touches zx plane. Suppose it touches zx plane somewhere here. Okay. Somewhere here. Now, from this point, I am taking to three more mutually perpendicular axes. One is onto z-axis, such that parallel to x. See, this is normal drawn from this point onto z-axis, which is parallel to ox. Right? I am taking one more normal from this point onto x-axis, such that parallel to oj. Like that. Right? Now, I am taking one more normal from this common point, such that touching O, like that. Right? Now, vector lies in this plane. The given vector r bar lies three-dimensional, right? This is what beta, gamma alpha like r bar, right? We can locate that given vector three-dimensionally like that. See, this is something like wall, and that wall vector lines. This is the wall. Okay. Now, what are the components of r bar along x, along y, along z? Suppose from this origin up to here, this is what y projection. Y projection of r bar, that is length of r bar along y axis. Usually that is ry. Okay. Now from this O to this intersection, this is usually rz, means length of r bar along z axis. Length of r bar along z axis, right? Length of r bar along z, length of r bar along y. What about the other one? Length of r bar, otherwise projections. What are the other names for these ry, rx, rz means projections. This is y projection of r bar. This is z projection of r bar. What is the other one? X projection. Means projection of r bar along x. See, this is the length of r bar along x. Otherwise, this one also, this measurement also length of r bar along x. These two same measurements. These two. Okay. By saying like that, this r bar, the length of r bar somewhat less than this measurement. It's not like that. In fact, why? Because the diagram is somewhat tilted. If it is tilted to get straight vision, then this tip reaches here, above this common point, above this intersection. Okay, it is tilted aside. If it is tilted usual manner to make it straight, then this tip goes up to here, above this point. Therefore, this is the total r bar. In fact, if we watch straight vision, so this is r bar, means this is rx. This one also rx. This one also rx. This one also rx. This one also rx. Okay. By saying like that, mod r bar appears to be mod r bar less than rx. In fact, this is not the case. Why? Because in fact, r bar spreads from here to here. X component, the length of r bar spreading from here to there in xy plane. But on seeing the length of r bar in xy plane appears to be somewhat less, this much of decrease in quantity. Why? Because it is tilted. In fact, this r bar finds its length in xy plane from here to there. Okay, here to there. Means this measurement is always greater than this measurement. This becomes hypotenuse. This becomes adjacent side. This becomes opposite side. In fact, okay. Now, what about cos alpha here? What about cos beta? What about cos gamma here? Okay, let us see. Before that, this r bar can be expressed as r bar equal to, how can we express, means rx into I cap plus ry into j cap plus rz into k cap. That is rx into I cap plus ry into j cap plus rz into k. Okay, this is how one can express a given vector three-dimensional. If it finds three components, three mutually perpendicular components in space. That is, one is along x, another one is along y, and other one is along z. Right? So rx into I cap plus ry into j cap plus rz into k cap. Now what about r bar? Mod r bar. Mod r bar equal to r. Mod r bar always equal to r. That is equal to square root of, what is the expression to get magnitude, total magnitude of vector? Square root of x component square plus y component square plus z component square. That is rx square plus ry square plus rz square. On squaring both sides, r square equal to rx square plus ry square plus rz square. Number 1. Number 1. Coming to cos alpha. If I take cos alpha somewhere here, cos alpha. Cos alpha means, what is cos alpha? Cos alpha, adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side means this measurement is Rx in fact. Adjacent side by hypotenuse. See, hypotenuse appears to be smaller than the adjacent side. Is it real? No. In fact, mod R bar is greater than Rx. Why? Because the diagram is somewhat tilted. That is the reason why mod R bar appears to be less than Rx. In fact, this vector finds its length up to from O to this point, which is lying over this point. Okay. Now, what is the hypotenuse means in xy plane from here to there? That is Rx by R. Rx by R. Right? What about cos beta? What about the cos beta here? Cos beta means, take this right angle triangle here. Cos beta adjacent side by hypotenuse. That is Ry by R. Ry by R. Adjacent side means Ry. Hypotenuse means mod R bar. That is R. Don't take R bar here. Why? Because cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma, sin alpha, sin beta, sin gamma. Simply scalars. Okay. No need to take in vector notation. Take magnitude of. So, cos alpha means from this right angle triangle, cos alpha means adjacent side by hypotenuse. That is Rx by R. From this right angle triangle, cos beta means adjacent side by hypotenuse. That is Ry by R. Coming to this right angle triangle. This right angle triangle means take one normal from this tip of the vector to this intersection. That is like that. Like that. If it is tilted through some angle anti-clockwise sense, then we can see right angle triangle here. Right angle triangle here. Okay. With this orientation, we are not understanding it. But if it is tilted through some angle, then if I take one normal from this point to this point, then here we can get one right angle triangle. In the triangle, adjacent side by hypotenuse. That is cos gamma equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse means from here to there, like that. Here to there means this one opposite. Adjacent side by hypotenuse means mod R bar again. Rz by R. These are said to be directional cosines. Cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. These are said to be directional cosines. Cos alpha means Rx by R. Cos beta equal to Ry by R. Cos gamma equal to Rz by R. Directional cosines, usually known as direction cosines. Direction cosines. What is the purpose of direction cosines? Means one can understand the angle made by R bar with the x-axis, y-axis or z-axis. If that vector lies in three-dimensional space, one can estimate the angle made by that vector with x, y and z-axis. Okay, with the x-axis so and so angle, with y-axis so and so angle, and with z-axis so and so angle. We can estimate like that, right? Now on squaring here, squaring and adding directional cosines, cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma. Cos square alpha on squaring and adding. On squaring and adding these three expressions, it is cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equal to cos square alpha, LHS, cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equal to RHS, Rx square by R square plus Ry square by R square plus Rz square by R square. That is Rx square by R square plus the RHS side, Rx square by R square plus Ry square by R square plus Ry square by R square plus Rz square by R square. Rz square by R square. Okay. Continuation. Cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to LCM r square, common term r square, numerator rx square plus ry square plus rz square. Now what about rx square plus ry square plus rz square means from 1, that is r square, that is r square by r square, since from 1 expression number 1, that is r square by r square means 1. So cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equal to 1. This is what important relation. The sum of squares of direction cosines. What we call cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma means direction cosines. Direction cosines. So here cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma means positive signs are there no here. That is the reason why sum of squares of direction cosines is equal to 1. If I replace cos square alpha by 1 minus sin square alpha, plus cos square beta 1 minus sin square beta plus cos square gamma 1 minus sin square gamma 1 minus sin square gamma is equal to 1. So we know that sin square alpha plus cos square alpha equal to 1. If I make it subject cos square alpha, that is 1 minus sin square alpha. Similarly, cos square beta is equal to 1 minus sin square beta. Similarly, cos square gamma equal to 1 minus sin square gamma. So 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. Minus term is common here. Here minus term, here minus, here minus. So negative, negative, negative common. Negative sign is common. We left with sin square alpha plus sin square beta plus sin square gamma is equal to 1. Now 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 means 2. 3 minus 1 equal to, take this negative term onto the RHS side, that is sin square alpha plus sin square beta plus sin square gamma equal to 1. That is sin square alpha plus sin square beta plus sin square gamma also equal to 1. Okay. So we have two relations. Sum of squares of direction cosines is equal to 1. Otherwise, sin square alpha plus sin square beta plus sin square is equal to 2. 3 minus 1 means 2. Sin square alpha plus sin square beta plus sin square gamma equal to 2. Right? Okay. So if given vector lies in 3-dimensional space, then it can be split up into 3 mutually perpendicular components. Okay. If it lies in space, it finds x component along x, y component along y, and z component along z. So that vector definitely makes some angles with x, y, and z axis respectively. Now, cosine of angle made by that given vector with x or y or z are known as direction cosines. What are they? If given vector r bar makes an angle alpha with x axis, beta with y axis, and gamma with the z axis, then cos alpha can be written as rx by r, cos beta can be written as ry by r, cos gamma can be written as rz by r. Okay. Usually these three terms are known as direction cosines. Cosine alpha, cosine beta, cosine gamma. That is the reason why direction cosines. Why the name has given means, okay, by taking cosine of angle made by that vector with x, y, z axis, we can estimate the direction of that vector in space. Okay. For example, suppose r bar in a vector r bar in case of vector R bar cos alpha equal to 2 by 5 root 2, cos beta equal to 3 by 5 root 2, cos gamma equal to 4 by root 2. In case of vector R bar, you are given cos alpha equal to 2 by 5 root 2, cos beta equal to 3 by 5 root 2, cos gamma equal to 4 by root 2. Now, express vector in vector notation. Express R bar in vector notation. This is the given sum. Okay. Now only I said the cos alpha means x component by total magnitude. That is Rx by R. That is mod R bar. R means mod R bar. Here cos beta means Ry by mod R. Cos gamma means Rz by mod R. That is denominator must be same. In all three direction cosines, denominator of direction cosines in that expression, in those expressions must be same. Here 5 root 2, here 5 root 2, here root 2 1. Okay. Here 5 root 2, here also 5 root 2, here root 2 1. Here what does it represent? Denominator means what is that usual form? Usual form cos alpha equal to Rx by R means mod R. R means mod. Cos beta also equal to Ry by mod R, otherwise R. Cos gamma also equal to Rz by mod R means R. See, in all the three expressions, denominator must be same. What does it represent? Denominator means R, modulus of R bar. R means modulus of R bar. That is here also R, here also R, here also R. Means total length of that vector, total magnitude of that vector. So denominator must be same in all the three expressions. In the first expression, it is 5 root 2. In the second expression also 5 root 2. But in the third expression, it's not 5 root 2, simply root 2 1. How to get back that denominator? Constant denominator means by multiplying and dividing with 5. That is into 5 by 5. Now see, can I take like that? It is to be multiplied and divided by 5. Why? Because here denominator in these two expressions same. In these two expressions same. 5 root 2, 5 root 2 means magnitude same only, but here magnitude somewhat less. To get back that term, that is 5 root 2, definitely it must be multiplied and divided by 5. That is 5 by 5 to get 5 root again. Now compare cos alpha means Rx by R. Rx by R. Cos beta equal to Ry by R. That is Ry by R. Here also cos gamma equal to Rz by R. Rz by R. Okay. Now here R means 5 root 2. Here also R means 5 root 2. Here R means, is it root 2 or 5 root 2? It's not root 2, that is 5 root 2. Means R means 5 root 2. So in all the three expressions, denominator is same. What is that value? 5 root 2. That is total magnitude of given vector. Now what about Rx? Rx means here 2. X component of R bar 2. Y component of R bar 3. Here Z component of R bar 4 into 5. It's not 5. 4 into 5, that is 20. So Rx equal to 2. Ry equal to 3. Rz equal to 5 4 Z 20. That is, what is the required vector here? Required vector R bar can be written as, what is that form? In 3-dimensionally, that can be taken as Rx into I cap plus Ry into j cap plus Rz into k cap. That is R bar equal to, what is Rx? Rx means 2. Numerator here. Here numerator 3. Here numerator 4 5 is 20. So Rx means 2I cap plus Ry means 3 j cap plus Rz means Rz 4 5 is 20 k cap. This is the required vector. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Signing off for today. If you are really impressed with my video, please subscribe my channel and please like my video, share my video, comment on my video. Thank you.